What's going on, guys? JPS back with another video, and I'm here with Arturo.
What's good?
It's our first solo video, and today we're going to be reacting to
Duo.
Dave Allen religious jokes. So we already checked out a bit of Dave Allen with the airplanes video.
Yeah.
And you liked what you saw with that?
Yeah,
Cool
seems pretty funny.
I think he's Irish, so
He's Irish, okay.
they have their sense of humor, definitely very unique. So it's going to be an interesting one. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe. Consider joining the Patreon. First link in the description for full reactions to British shows and movies. And let's check out what Dave Allen has to say.
A little fellow walking into a bar, and standing outside is a nun. And she looks at him and she says, "Before you enter this den of iniquity, think of your mother and your father." He said, "They're dead. They're dead in heaven." She said, "Well, think of the damage the alcohol is going to do to your brain." Huh? What are you talking about? Have you ever had a drink? And the nun says, "No." He said, "Well, how the hell can you stand there talking about it and saying drink is going to do damage to your brain if you've never had it?" I'll tell you what, I'll go in, get your drink, bring it out, give it to you, you drink it. If you don't like it, then you can talk about it. But don't talk about things you've never experienced. What'll you have? And the nun says, "I don't know." "What do ladies generally drink?" He says, "Gin." She says, "All right, I'll have a gin. But get it in a cup so nobody will notice." The fellow goes into the bar and he says, "Give us a pint of beer and a double gin in a cup." And the fellow says, "Is that bloody nun out there again?"
She gotta get paid.
Oh, did you hear the joke at the end?
No. Go back.
Yeah.
The fellow says, "Is that bloody nun out there?" The fellow goes into the bar and he says, "Give us a pint of beer and a double gin in a cup." And the fellow says, "Is that bloody nun out there again?"
So the bartender is saying it's that bloody nun out there again. The nun
So
just
she's
be
stay getting
pretending.
drinks. Yo,
Yeah,
nah. That's crazy. She got the method on lock. Nah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
I like his storytelling though. It's funny as hell.
The Pope, discussing the existence of God with an out-and-out atheist, starts off very correctly, discussion, and as the hours go by, it gets more and more heated, and eventually the Pope turns to the man and he said,
"The mom! Get the mom! And you, come here. You are like a man who is totally blindfolded in a dark room looking for a black cat that is not there."
The fellow said, "With all respect, Your Holiness, I think there's great similarity between us both."
He said, "What do you mean, similarity?"
He said, "Well, as far as I'm concerned, you are like a man who is blindfolded in a totally dark room looking for a black cat that isn't there. The only difference is that you found it." Get a lump. Gets up in the morning.
I
That's
reacted
pretty
to a clip of him on religion, I think, but I don't believe I've seen. These are new to me.
Yeah.
I haven't. That was clever.
That was really clever.
I'm pretty sure either that or it's been a really long time because the first two I had never heard those.
And walks down the corridor. And another nun looks at her and says, it's a difficult thing to say, another nun. And says, "You got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning." And she goes on down, and another nun says, "You got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning." And this happens 15 times, and by then she's livid. And she meets the Mother Superior. And the Mother Superior is just about to open her mouth, and the sister says, "Don't tell me that I got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning!" And the Mother Superior said, "I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say, what are you doing with the bishop's shoes on?"
Yo,
His one-liners at the end of these.
bro,
no crazy
what the
twist on them.
fuck? That shit is like a mic drop. Is that what the fuck?
Yeah, he's
He's wild. Yo, he doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't, bro. Like, he really doesn't. Look, he's in his underwear.
Oh my god.
That's messed up. Oh my god.
I am what you might call a practicing atheist. I'm quite happy to be an atheist because I think actually God likes atheists better. We never ask him for anything. We're not bothering him all the time saying, oh God, please help me out. And as a practicing atheist, there's certain things that I travel around the world, and no matter where I go, somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read. It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning.
Go back. Wait, go back like 10 seconds real quick. I have to hear that again.
Somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read. It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning. There are certain things that, when I read the Bible, and I do read the Bible, that I find difficult to understand. I mean, if God has been there forever, what was he doing before he got to us? I mean, what was he out there doing? Was he sitting there going, bored today, what'll I do? I mean, suddenly from nowhere, he suddenly decided to create a world. I'll make a world, that's what. Make a world, yes, that's what I'll do. Rivers, seas, mountains. Boom, everything's there. I want a garden. I'd like a nice garden. Whack! Garden of Eden. Hate gardening. Need a garden. Ah, gardener, spit and dust. Adam. Hey! And he, Adam, never once says, where in the name of God did I come from? I mean, he's 40 years of age. He has no child, and he has no recall. He doesn't say, how did I get here? But he's quite happy. He just kind of trundles around the garden, working away. And God is looking at him. And he sees that Adam is happy. I didn't put him there to be happy. I'll put a stop to that. And God, during the night, sneaks down like a thief and steals, doesn't ask, doesn't request, steals it. His rib. And from his rib, he makes woman. And Adam wakes up in the morning, he's a real thickie. He's lying there, and there's somebody else, he doesn't say, where did you come from? How the hell did you get here? Where did you get those lumps?
When you call someone thick in Britain, it means like
stupid, right?
Yeah. So thickie is like kind of idiot.
Where did you come from? How the hell did you get here? Where did you get those lumps? Just goes out and goes gardening. And God comes down and has a conversation with Eve and tells her that she can eat of any fruit in the tree in the whole garden with the exception of one fruit tree. He's talking to a woman. He actually tells her not to eat of the fruit. And then when she said, which tree can't I eat? He said, that one over there. He points it out to her. And when he goes and hides, and she sneaks up to the tree, and a snake comes down and has a conversation. A snake. Now, if I see a snake, I'll back off. One starts talking, I'll crap myself. And the snake actually convinces her to eat the apple. And she eats the apple. And when she eats the apple, she learns shame. That's what happens when you eat apples. Now, she's not ashamed that she's disobeyed God or that she's eaten the apple. She's ashamed of one part of her body. That's all. She becomes ashamed of that area of the body. Now, why that area? Why not her elbow? Her nose. Do you actually realize that if Eve had been ashamed of her nose, every woman in the world now would be ashamed of your noses? You'd all be sitting here tonight with little nose knickers on.
Cover up.
Men would be in nightclubs watching totally naked ladies with G-strings on the nose. Take them off! Oh, I saw a nose! And this is the book. This is the book that you'll go into court and place your hand upon. And swear to tell the truth, the whole truth. The first funeral I ever went to, and believe me, this is true, I was 6 years of age. And as they lowered the box into the ground, the priest said, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost." And I, for years, used to bless myself and say, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and into the Holy Ghost." One final custom that we have in Ireland regarding death.
Into the hole he goes. Instead of Holy Ghost. Because they were
Oh.
dropping it in a coffin.
Into the Holy Ghost. I didn't hear that. Well, that was nice.
The funeral is that only one person who is buried in a graveyard can go to heaven. Which basically means if two people are buried in the same graveyard on the same day, the last one in has got to wait till tomorrow. So can you imagine what would happen if one funeral met another funeral going to the same graveyard?
It'd be a race. Oh.
What the fuck? That's him?
Yeah, he does skits too.
Yo, he's like on some Key and Peele shit. Before Key and Peele. That's kind of fun.
They're racing now.
Yo, no. No, that's insane.
Oh my god.
Hey, no way. Oh my god.
Little fella dies and goes to heaven, and some people say, would you like to have a look around heaven? And
fellow, yeah, I would, actually. So they're looking around heaven. And he said, who are those people over there? He said, oh, they are the Muslims. They are Muslims there. And over there we have the Jewish people. And yeah, these are Anglicans and Hindus, Baptists. He said, why do you have this big wall here? He said, behind the wall, you see, we have the Catholics. He said, why do you have the Catholics behind the wall? He said, shh. They like to think that they're the only ones here.
Oh man,
that was pretty funny.
you like him?
Yeah. It's like, I guess it can be controversial, but I feel like that's the whole point of a comedian, you know? Like, you have to be able to make fun of everything. And
Speak
like
your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no matter where you stand, like, you have to be able to laugh at things, you know what I'm saying, in life. So I think it's cool that he's able to do this type of stuff.
Well,
Even back then, too, like, because I feel like we've probably... Actually, I don't know.
I'm sure the sentiments weren't as they are now. I mean, the population of atheists continues to increase with time.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know how well received they were, but I mean, you can hear the clapping and stuff. And
Yeah,
Britain has
people
always
enjoyed
kind
it.
of swayed it that way. I feel like not maybe not majority, but they might be majority now. Honestly, I don't even know, but I think he has some good points, and he's hilarious too with it, along with it.
Yeah. He did.
The skit was definitely exaggerated.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Oh my god. Wait, so like, do you know like when most of these time clips are like when was Dave Allen like really popping, like 80s, 70s?
I think
90s?
it was I don't know the exact decade, but it was definitely pre-2000.
Right. Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, there probably wasn't a lot of people doing skits like that and stuff.
Yeah, he's a unique guy. I really like his. And honestly, there was a clip in here that wasn't included that we'll have to take a look at, but he's definitely a top tier comedian.
Yeah.
And I like the way he just delivers his stuff.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
The
way he speaks too. He can be so serious, and then
yeah, exactly. It's like sometimes I'll miss a joke and I'm like, oh, yeah.
He hits him quick. So, anyways, guys, that was Dave Allen, Religious Jokes. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember, don't take these things too seriously. It's a comedian at the end of the day. It's all comedy.
Yeah.
Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.